Hello and welcome again. This is Gertrude Mache here in Wellington, New Zealand, having a cup of strawberry and rhubarb tea. And I have an interesting guest who is based in Australia, best-selling author Deborah Lange. Deborah, welcome. How are you today?
I'm great, and it's great to be here, Gertrude. It's fantastic.
So where in Australia are you based?
I'm down south in Adelaide. Most people don't know Adelaide. Everyone hears of Sydney and Melbourne, but Adelaide is a beautiful place. So you have to come here.
Okay, I will definitely come for your book launch. And you have written an interesting book called Trust Your Body. Can you tell us what the book is about and what inspired you to write it?
Sure. Well, I'll start with the inspiration first, okay?
Okay.
So the inspiration came from all my work in my life, where I was constantly looking at the difference between what people say and what they do. You know, there's a gap.
Yes.
And everybody says, oh, why can't you walk the talk?
Very true.
Yeah, so I was constantly looking at that, and then I actually noticed it even in myself. I found it in myself. So we can see it in other people, but it's really hard to notice in ourselves.
Very,
And
very
when
true.
I had this big aha, wow, I was collaborating with a group of consultants, and I wanted to be really open and collaborative, but I wasn't. I was really holding back, protecting myself. So I realized that there was something stopping that. So what I then did more research, and I found this real connection between thought and body. And I know that sounds so simple, but it's like we lead our lives constantly in our heads. I mean, it's great. Language, words, we are so advanced today, but it's like we've disconnected from our bodies. It's like we've sort of left our bodies behind. And I know it sounds crazy, but as soon as now I have many techniques, but one even is when you think something, think it and then connect it. What is your body response? The physicality, not just the emotions, the whole physicality of how your body is responding to the word. And it just shifts everything when people come back into their bodies and experience life through their body, not just from abstract mental language.
Okay. Okay, so, all right, so one thing I've noticed is that a lot of people do look like they're sleepwalking through life. They're not fully present to the things that are going on around them. I think the human body has got a very intuitive way of giving you signals and signs, and there is a disconnect for most people in terms of reading those, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Exactly. That's the disconnect. People are, yes, that there is, like you called it, sleepwalking. You can see, if you really start looking, you can either notice yourself being somewhere else when you're talking to somebody,
Yes.
or, you know, like the classic is you drive a car, you arrive somewhere, and then you think, oh, I can't even remember driving.
Yes.
I arrived here, but I was just somewhere else. My body mechanically remembered and did this habitual motion to get me here, but I can't actually remember getting me here. And I did a lot of meditation and Buddhist techniques too, and a lot of them about emptying the mind and becoming clear, and that's great, that's fabulous, but it was other techniques that I found to really get very physically present, really be grounded in my body. You know, I'm feet on the ground, I'm here, I am a physical being, and my body does have responses to life, responses to thoughts, responses to energy, responses to people. locations. And so I feel like I've developed a whole new sensory language that's there, but we've forgotten it. We've kind of disconnected from it. And
so what you're really doing for people is reminding them of an ability that is already there. You're just taking them back to what that feels like, correct?
But it's also like, you know, as an author, you know, about 20 years ago, there was a man called Alan Pease, and he made body language famous, but he made body language famous by looking at people and reading their mannerisms and saying, oh, well, we can help each other communicate because I can understand by looking at your physical body and how you're moving and your voice intonations to understand. But my work is what I call like body language from the inside out, because it's understanding your internal body language, the internal responses, and actually having them aligned with what you are speaking and not there being a disconnect. So if I was like lying to you saying, what might I say? Well, if I said to you, my name is Georgina, right? But it's not, like I'm saying a lie. And I know that with lie detectors and even in the police force and those agencies, like, you can pick up that when you do lie, there is a physical reaction going on in your body. But we say so many white lies all day long, we don't even realise that they are little white lies to ourselves. Like saying, oh, I love my job, but I actually hate my job. And so my body is got tension inside it because it hates the job I'm doing, but I'm telling everybody I love it. You know, so there's a disconnect. You know, there's a disconnect. Yes. And we've got so used to saying all these little white lies to ourselves as well that we're used to holding all this inner tension inside and haven't actually even realised that we can experience something different in our body. So when you start really telling the truth to yourself, you actually feel a freedom inside. There's an expansion, and people go, like when people come to my workshops, they come in, they even look sort of tense and more coward and more closed up. And then when they leave, like their shoulders are back, they've dropped into their bodies, they're more relaxed, they're more who they are. They're sort of come into their body, and it's like they can breathe bigger, they can expand into who they are. So there's really quite a shift. And the next time
do you teach people how to do this, Deborah? Do you run workshops? How can people get access to your work?
Yes, I do. Besides the book. Yeah, I do run workshops, and I do intend in 2015 to do lots of public speaking. So if anybody's listening to this and wants a speaker to come, and my speaking is also very what I call participative, so people actually can do little exercises through the talk. So it can be to large numbers, not just small numbers.
Not just small numbers. Wow. That is fantastic. And your website is called what? Where can people pre-order your book? Where can people access to your work?
My website's just my name, which is Deb Lange, DebLange.com. And yes, I will have the book available there, as well as very soon published on Amazon and all sorts of places. But yeah, it'll be on my site as well.
Fantastic. Well, listen, I hope I can catch up with you after the book is out and find out, you know, how things are going and how people are responding to your work. It's just an absolute honor to actually be able to interview you and to find out what your work is all about. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Gertrude, and I can't wait to meet you in person when we go on a book tour.
All you have to do is invite me to your book launch, and I'll be in Adelaide. Just tell me when.
Okay, great. And we'll travel around. Okay, thank you. Bye, Gertrude.
Bye.